Hey guys, how's it going? Time for my bi-weekly update. So let's get right into it. I am 28 weeks and 1 day pregnant today. I am out of breath. Obviously I can like barely breathe, and all I just did was move a lamp, a really lightweight lamp across here so I'd have some light, and that's why I'm yellow, but it's the best lighting I could do, sorry. The babies this week are the size of Chinese cabbages. They're probably somewhere between 2.5 and 3 pounds each right now. I'm definitely wearing maternity clothes only, unless you count my husband's t-shirts, because I wear them a lot too. The gender is 1 boy and 1 girl, twins, you know that. Movement is still insane. Actually, there's something to be said about movement this week. So Tuesday of this week, today's Friday, on Tuesday I started having a lot of Braxton Hicks at night, and I couldn't get them to stop, meaning I drank the water, I laid on my left side, I got up and walked around, I took a bath, I did all the things they tell you to do to try to stop Braxton Hicks, and they weren't really stopping. I called the OB on call, and they told me to try to go to sleep, and if I could sleep through everything then I was fine, and if not then I maybe should go into triage, and I fell asleep. On Wednesday I noticed them kind of randomly, not anything crazy, but I noticed them, and then last night they picked back up again. So I decided this morning to call instead of going through the whole weekend wondering if anything was happening. I just thought it might be safer to call. So I went in today and she checked me, and my cervix is still closed and high, which is good. She told me that likely I just have, number 1, sensitive uterus, number 2, a uterus that is rapidly expanding with 2 growing babies, and number 3, she said that the babies being so active almost makes my uterus clamp down on them to tell them to stop going crazy. We don't want them to break their own waters or be pressing on my cervix or anything like that. So basically, the more they move, the more Braxton Hicks I get. Surely here soon they're gonna run out of room, because there's not a lot of room. There's not a lot of room at all left. She did tell me to bed rest through the weekend and drink as much water as I can. So I had to get a babysitter for the day today. And luckily, since tomorrow is Saturday, my husband will be able to help a good bit tomorrow and Sunday. I'm just gonna rest and drink water, and I'm not complaining about that because I am exhausted. Which takes me into symptoms, which are Braxton Hicks galore, back pain and hip pain, obviously, exhaustion. Adding to the exhaustion this week that I haven't felt yet is muscle fatigue. That sounds really weird, but I constantly feel like I just did a really strenuous workout or ran a marathon or something. Like, just lifting my arm like this, my whole arm feels very sore and very just achy. Everything's really sore. I'm sorry, see how out of breath I am? All I did was go in there and check on my son and come back. And it's just very hard for me to catch my breath, because you'll see how big my belly is, and I can only imagine that my little lungs are getting more and more squished. So that's my symptoms. Sleep is still pretty hard. My left hip hurts a lot worse than my right, and I've self-diagnosed that by saying it's because the baby girl is on my left side, and she's very low, and she is also head down, and her brother steps on her, or usually in the ultrasounds and stuff, he's putting pressure on her, and she is just so low that I really think that's why my left hip hurts worse, because there's more pressure on that side of my belly, whereas he is breech and his head is right under my rib cage. I can't reach down and get something because it feels like his head will break my ribs. It's like a hard little noggin in there. Cravings, the only real craving I've had is ice, which is not uncommon for me. I had that with my son. I just want to go to like Zaxby's or Sonic or somewhere that has little pellet ice and just eat it. It's really good. My weight gain today at the doctor is now 17 pounds, which is still very somewhat pleasing to me for it being twins, especially knowing that they're 3 pounds each, and then I have 2 placentas and 2 waters and all of that stuff. I'm thinking that that's pretty good weight gain so far. What I'm excited about is giving them back to their parents, and not yet, but that it just is coming so soon. So I'm in a transfer group on Facebook where it's a bunch of surrogates that transferred in February and March of this year, so we're all around the same time pregnant. I was at the very end of March, so I'm one of the last people due in that group. So one of my best friends in the group just had twin girls yesterday, and that was crazy. She was 34 weeks and 5 days. I literally talk and text with her every single day, so that was exciting. And it's just exciting to see lots of girls in our transfer group are starting to have babies now, so that means that our time is close. Our biggest milestone though is 28 weeks marks the beginning of the 3rd trimester. So I'm finally can say I'm in the home stretch. 28 weeks is also excellent, excellent viability. 24 was viability, like the babies had a chance to survive, and 28 is they're almost guaranteed to survive. So obviously we do not want them to come yet anytime soon, but just knowing that is definite peace of mind. I think that's about it. I'm gonna leave this update short. Sorry, this is how I look because I've been in bed all day. I'll show you my belly and then we'll measure it. I'm measuring 39 weeks gestation, and I've never made it to 39 weeks even with my own kids, so I guess I'm bigger than I've ever been. That's from one side. Pretty big, guys. Pretty freaking big. Let's get my measuring tape. Alright, so 2 weeks ago I was 40.5, right? 42. 42-ish, 42.5, somewhere in there. So that's it for this week. Oh, I want to do a shout out to my IM's mom. She gave me this necklace. It's the Virgin Mary, and she's like a protector, and my sweet IM's mom had it blessed with holy water and prayed over, and I have been wearing it probably every day for the past 2 weeks because I feel just like it's kind of a little trinket and token of good luck and blessings, and I really appreciate it. Fairy, I love it. Anyways, hope you guys have a good week. I'll be back to update soon. Pray for us all, and see you next time. Bye.